Ty.
Ty did.
His name is Ty.
Oh, okay.
You said Tay.
Ain't nobody here. I said Ty.
We all know what you said.
Cut me on. I can't. Oh, okay. That's fine. Yes, it all.
Yeah, you
I
did.
can't hear you.
Just like that nickel.
Just there we go. You cut me down.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right. So let's get into entertainment hour.
All right.
Let me grab your mic real quick. Okay, so this is our first night at Brick House, so y'all forgive us for
We're working out
having a little bit of technical difficulties. You know how it is when you get somewhere. But anyway, I just want to know you guys' thoughts on Riri's funeral
too long.
service and all of the controversy going on with that.
Too long.
Okay. Not just about I'm not just
service.
well, I'm not just talking about the service. I'm talking about the issues going on. You got pastors using it as their own platform instead of really.
You talking about the groping?
The groping?
Not just that one. There was another pastor. I forget his name. The one that got up there and didn't preach the eulogy. He didn't do a eulogy. He just preached about what was he? I don't even know what he was talking about.
He said something about what was he saying?
Were you talking about the black on black crime? The one he talked about that?
I think he talked about injustice and those things and so on and so forth. Now, and what's so crazy, the family was like, well, he's done eulogies for us before. That's why they chose him. But then he didn't eulogize her.
No,
he spoke on his own agenda for the whole service.
Yeah, he went off.
Yeah, and then you have the controversy about Ariana Grande and the pastor, the bishop, or whatever he wants to call himself.
And the dress.
No, he's not gonna talk about the dress. This is my thing, and there's nowhere in the Bible where it says "come as you are," but Jesus was open, and you can't. This young lady may not know. And so for people to discourage her in the way she's dressed instead of speaking the truth in love to her, that will make people not want to become, Christians or come to the church when you judge people like that. And instead of addressing the issue, and we had a conversation on Dr. Intimacy's page about this, instead of addressing the issue with the bishop, she was being attacked for how she dressed, as if she caused him to do that to her because of how she was dressed. And that is the worst thing you can say to a woman, that because you were dressed, you called somebody to come and do something to you.
Well, I was talking about on two separate issues. You got the groping, but if the groping had never happened, I think the dress was inappropriate. And I think she had a level where somebody should have been like, hey, maybe we should try something just a little bit more.
But see, but that's her PR team that did not say to her, this is a funeral and you should dress in a certain manner.
Right. Did you see how Bill
She's young. Oh my goodness. Now we all know Bill.
We all know Bill Clinton.
We all know Bill Clinton and his Roman eyes.
Old school player.
We know Bill Clinton and his Roman eyes.
Yeah, you look like that.
Boy, oh boy. All the men in there were lustful, ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
They leaned on the front of their
and you know what's so crazy? It didn't matter what she dressed like or any of the other women that were dressed, however they were dressed. If a man has lust in his heart,
like that.
But I'm just saying, if you got lust in your heart, you just got lust in your heart. It don't have anything to do with how the woman dressed. That just adds to it.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's go a little bit further. Did she even know the words of the song?
Who?
All right, because she was the way she was singing, it sounded like she was like, and then she'll throw a word in there.
Well, I'm just gonna be very honest. I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm not gonna sit there and watch a 9-hour or however long it was funeral.
I was listening to her sing the words or something like. She don't know the words of the song. If you gonna sing the song, know the words. Yeah, she was karaoke.
Anyway, but yeah, so I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts because it was just too much. It was too long. It was too long. It was so funny because it wasn't funny, but John McCain's funeral was the same day. His was like an hour and a half, and it was done. But he did have like several of days of his body being moved from place to place.
I mean, that's natural for a president.
Yeah. Well, for a politician.
Yeah, okay.
He wasn't a president.
And plus, you know how black folks do.
But
that's very true.
Anyway, man.
Everybody got to speak.
Hey, Manziel Hutcherson.
Go get his chips.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
Did they have
What's your dad?
Did they have
Hey, Dad, what's up?
I hope so.
Did they have a concession stand, right?
They went the whole service without eating.
Tuesday now.
Wow, really?
Without eating. Right.
That's crazy.
It was
No,
You better have you a bag with some. It's like you go to the movie and put you some snacks in your purse.
Yeah, they should put some.
They should have some big old purses in there with sodas and chips and popcorn.
But notice by the end, wasn't the white folks there?
Again, I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but I just said, you know.
The funeral was like, you know how somebody go down and
to me, they
just go and leave.
Yeah.
That's how the stands start looking.
Well, to me, I think they made a spectacle of her funeral. I really do. I just think that it was supposed to be a celebration of her life. I understand that part, but I think that it just became a spectacle. After a certain amount of time, it's just too much.
Better just to do a tribute.
Right,
Right.
Exactly. If you had called it a tribute, because that's literally what it is, and got rid of some of the speakers.
But they have been doing the tributes to her up until that point.
Yes, they have.
So you don't need another tribute.
Well, I think they should have had a private. I think the family should have had a private ceremony. And then allow the fans to have the tribute.
Well, when you don't do your will, you don't tell them what you want.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
that is true.
You get what you get.
That is true. But anyway.
I already told my kids, don't y'all spend that money on
thank
y'all
you.
better have a party and enjoy it. I'm out of here. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you. I ain't even going to be here. The moment I close my eyes, I'm gone. Look, I ain't watching you.
Yeah.
Don't let that girl in.
Look, shoot. I'm on the other side having a party myself.
Oh, her at the door.
Yeah.
I don't like her. You up there. You ain't got nothing going on with this.
Anyway. So that was the entertainment buzz for the last couple days. Going on with that. And then of course Beyonce's birthday and
the bees out.
Yeah, the bees are out. Celebrating her birthday. And she's supposed to be in town coming up, the On the Run tour here, her and Jay-Z supposed to be in Dallas. I think the tickets started $1,200.
Yeah, I heard that Jay-Z.
I don't like them that much.
Had Jay-Z not had all that money, would he be married to Beyonce right now?
No.
Y'all something else.
When nobody
What's up, Ken Deli?
Those are facts.
He wouldn't even look at her.
Have you seen their latest video? Jay-Z is not a good looking man.
You gotta bring your financial statement to talk.
I never thought he was a good looking man.
You gotta put the financial statement in
I
front of your
don't
face.
know what the word that
Here's
was.
my pen.
There you go. Yeah. Now can we talk?
Thank God Beyonce has something to do with them kids, because my goodness, Lord, that is not a good looking man. I don't care what nobody says. I just, mercy.
She said drunk in love.
That's why they made it.
And surfboard, and the surfboard.
Uh-oh.
That must have been
PG radio, remember?
that must be what it was. But anyway, so Martez has the he say, she say questions. So I'm gonna let him go into that.
Speak it.
All right, everybody.
Here we go.
I know it's about to cause some controversy.
Uh-huh.
When it comes
Read the devotion person.
When it comes to child support for male or female, because there are females who pay child support as well, how much is too much?
$1.50.
And the reason I ask is because not only, I'm not going to go from just an athlete standpoint. I mean, if you have a newborn baby, and I don't know, I'm going to just throw a random number out there, you're making $10,000 a month financially. How much per month should go to the girlfriend or the baby mama if she's not the girlfriend? That's my question, because I've seen some numbers get thrown out there that I think are absurd. Because my job is to help you with my child, not take care of you, the child, and whoever your new man or whoever.
Who is right.
And some of these numbers aren't fair. So his opinion is on that.
Well, legally, I think it's 20. I think it starts at 25 for the first, 18 and 18 for the second, third percentage. I don't know, or 18.
It's 20% for the first, 25% for two.
25% for the first. 20.
I believe it's 20%
What's
for
up,
the
man?
first, and then 25% for if you have two.
All
What's
right.
up?
Just to do that.
Uh-oh.
Y'all want to switch around and you come in last?
That's fine.
Huh?
We can do that.
Child Support King is here.
Oh. Kendall says 1,000 to.
What did
We got a comment. Kendall says 1,000 to 1,500.
Oh no, that's
for what?
Child support.
A month?
child support shouldn't be.
No, he said how much. You asked the question, how much is
Is it
too much?
Yeah.
He said 1,000 to 1,500.
But child support shouldn't be dependent on how much you make. It should be dependent on what that child needs to survive.
But here's the problem,
and the thing is this: when they determine child support, it depends on the lifestyle that the child has been used to. So if the child is living in the home,
ain't used to no lifestyle.
look, if the child and the mother is living in a home and they together have a salary of, they base it on a 2 household income, what it's supposed to be. If you have
but you ain't two, you one now.
You one now, but you still have a child that's living with you, and you still have to survive. You still got to pay for your rent. You still got to pay for your electricity. You still got to pay for food.
How much she pay for that if he wasn't there?
If you had a child, you still have to pay for it.
But you wouldn't have a child.
Right.
But you still have to pay for it.
But you have to factor those things in. Look, I'm a recipient, okay?
And I'm
going to tell you that some of them percentages is off.
Yeah, and I'm a giver, so
But thankfully, I was able to work out some stuff with my, kids' dad, so that
I like what you
we
said at the beginning.
He paid a certain amount that was made, that was solid, that he had to pay, and then anything above that the kids needed, if they wanted to play football or go to ballet or cheerleading or anything like that, he covered that expense for them. He paid for their doctor visits and stuff like that, because I was a single mom. The income that I had coming in could not cover everything without additional funds. And that's what I'm talking about. So I do understand where you asked the question, how much is too much? If you are used to living in, if you're used to living in a house, you can't tell the mother, if you've been in this house, this child has been in this house, say it's a 5-year-old or 5 to 10-year-old, and y'all have been living in this house and your mortgage is $2,500 a month. It is not fair for you to tell that mother, oh, well, we divorced now. You need to move to a smaller place that you can afford by yourself. That's not fair.
Well, that's what I got to do.
No, that's not fair.
If you can't afford them, give them me.
Let me have
man, y'all.
I'll take care of
it. I promise.
She should have tried to divorce me.
Yeah. If you can't afford them, give them to me, because I don't need
I'll take care of it. Yeah.
This is my thing, is the day the child was conceived, I would no longer have a 1-bedroom house. He will always have room, clothes, and I'm in my
child care,
all that's going to be taken care of.
So
why you can't do it and give it to her to do the same thing?
I can afford. She's going to go get her nails done, going to get her hair done.
Vacation.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. She know.
Give me your mic.
The system is flawed. It's been flawed for a long time.
It is very flawed against men.
It's such a slippery slope.
Give me your mic, man.
Against the man, it's flawed.
Because I don't understand why the male can't have custody of the child if he can be the best caretaker.
Because he's never considered. I don't think the judges would consider him as the better caretaker. And that's where it's flawed.
It should be 50-50. There's no reason why it shouldn't be 50-50.
If you do joint custody, if you got joint custody of the child, then how come she ain't paying 50% of his income and he ain't paying 50% of his income?
Yeah,
that's joint custody.
Exactly.
So I got half a year, 6 months. You got the other half. So on the 6 months I got him, you pay me.
Right.
On the 6 months you got him, I pay you.
Hey, let's just call it a push then.
Exactly. So we joint custody this bad boy.
Boy, oh boy.
For women too, who pay child support.
Exactly.
But a lot of guys are kind of prideful. You know, we might not accept the child support from a woman.
I would.
Some men will, but a lot of men are real prideful.
But a judge 9 times out of 10, he's going to make you accept a minimum amount.
Right.
But
and it's gonna
that'll be in a bank account somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need nobody raising my kid. I don't need nobody to raise
Well,
my kid.
I know women.
I got to get 2-3 jobs, grind, mama help, daddy help, sister help, whoever. That's what I'm gonna do. But man, this it's just too much money for a deadbeat dad. Man, ring him up.
Right.
Ring him up. In a minute.
Put it down.
I know some women that actually make more than a dude, and would rather the kid to be with the dude while she go do her thing.
Oh no!
While she pay child support.
I know a woman that
make more than the dude, and he still got to pay child support.
Yeah.
He still got to pay child support. No, the man still got to pay child support.
Got to pay.
Double what I make.
No. Not if she agreed to have the father keep their child.
Well, see, no, that was the difference. I ain't let you
Yeah. He talking about the woman making more money than him, and he still got to pay child support to her.
Yeah, that's not right.
You know, and then the way child support is though is that they will gut you to where you ain't got no living expenses at all.
You can't take care of the children that's with you.
Exactly. you got
and they could care less about the children that's in the house.
Right. They talking about the ones that ain't in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so how much is too much? I think if you don't, you got to look at that child standard of living. If that child is just it's a 1-year-old, they don't have that much of a standard of living.
Mm-hmm.
So if she got to go and get her a 1-bedroom, put the kid in the bassinet, let it roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she can't go out and buy no fancy car. She can't go out and do all this over here because she wants more, and then he got to pay. She can't do all. She got to go over here to this 1-bedroom because that's what she can afford, and then he's gonna help take care of the child.
And if you don't want him in a 1-bedroom, come on over to this 3-2.
Come on over here, or let me take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get back to reality. Men work 24/7 if they want to. You know, and kids need, especially at a young age, they need the nurturing of their mother. They need their father too. But in order for that woman to be able to do what she needs to do for those children, help them with their homework, take them to their activities, all the stuff, y'all don't understand how much a mother does for her children. I am a living witness that child support, if it is not paid, it is detrimental. Those kids may not have food to eat, and it don't have anything to do with a mom going out and getting her nails done and all this other stuff. If I think the system, yes, it is flawed to a certain extent, you know, but I think if the parents work together and you have those men that are on, I think the thing is that parents have to work together. A man should not be made to take care of his family. I'm not finished. A man should not be made to take care of them. And then if he is, he should not say, I've had one guy say, well, I give you child support. If the child needs something above what you're paying, clothes for school, I mean, do you think $300 a month is going to take care of food, shelter, clothing, and activities? Really? That's what I'm saying. So you have some men out there that are to the extreme. They think that once they give you a little couple $100, that's supposed to be it, and then they don't spend time with the child, don't do it. You know, they pay the child support, and then they just forget about the fact that the child needs them physically.
I'll pay $1,000 for 3 kids.
But that's what I'm saying.
Off the top, giving them money for paying their phone bill, or paying for their clothes, or curricular activities.
A cell phone bill is not necessary for you to live.
Right.
You don't need a cell phone.
Right, yeah, they don't. But
okay, so we have an audience comment.
With my kids, 18, 12, and 11, no, they need a cell phone. So if I could get a hold to them, or they could get a hold to me elsewhere.
That's true. That's true.
In today's day and age,
you do. They are required. Here's your audience comment. When he said 1,000 to 1,500, he's saying that's what's needed because daycare is expensive. and that's based on making $10,000 a month though. And he said that's why they set the system up. It's so messed up because dudes are trying to get over too much. That's why they set the system up. And that's what I'm saying. Oh. You have some men who make a baby and walk. And if child support does not come after them and make them pay, they're gonna give you a couple $100 and keep it moving and say that's all you need.
Look. On the other side, I know dudes that actually will quit their 9-to-5 jobs
so they don't have to pay
a side job.
Yeah, something that's paying them under the table, so they don't have to pay the man to pay the woman.
And he's really making $65,000 a year.
I mean, but that's why the system is messed up, because the system does not take individual cases.
Right.
Case by case.
They block you all
together. And so the same dude who will mess you over, you still get tried by the same dude who won't mess you over.
Mm-hmm.
It's all clumped in together.
Yeah.
So if the system would take it on a case by case basis, okay, this is what's going on with you. Let's deal with you for that right there. Then I think it's different. I think it'd be more on the level.
But I think what should happen is that they should sit down to the table, and I'll just say this: I've seen a couple go through divorce, and what they did was they listed the child's expenses. The child's daycare is this much. They split it in half. You pay this, I pay this. This is how much it pay. This is what my rent is. You pay this, you pay this. They went down the middle to take care of their child. The child has to have a roof over their head, whether the mother is there or not. No. And the man, I'll take the child and I'll take care of him. No, you won't. No, you won't. Not like the mother will. Especially if it's a small child.
Each situation needs to be handled individually.
It does. It does.
You can ask all my kids. You can ask my current wife. I take care of every last one of them. I get them wherever they need to go. If it's picking up from school, dropping them off.
Rare.
We 50-50 on the homework. I'm there for the discipline. Anything that's going on.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
But unfortunately, you are probably you're an exception to the rule. That's not what most of these people are doing.
Don't do nothing, but just take the money.
Yeah.
I have to.
And it goes either side, either way, the woman or the guy.
That's where, as a man, you come in and say, wait a minute, now you got these women that will take the money, their child support, and say, I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to get my hair done.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Get this. I'm going to get that. And then your kid come over your house. Ain't got
don't have nothing to eat.
Their hair's
not done.
You went to the beauty shop and my kid, he got to get his hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
How come you can't? I'm paying child support. You can't cut the man's hair. Mm-hmm. Well, I need no. And you get judges. I hear judges will tell you, well, a judge cannot tell a woman or man what to do with the money that they receive from child support. Because in their mind, they're thinking, okay, well, you know what? You need water, don't you? Well, we know good and well that money ain't going toward water.
No.
That money ain't going toward the household bills.
If you live there, you need water.
Exactly. It ain't going toward the household bills. It's not going toward nothing. And then you talk about the daycare. Okay, that's if you got a smaller child. I understand that right there. I'll pay directly to the daycare. So
child care can be up to 12 years of age. Do you realize that?
If you're putting
you have to have a child go, because look at this. After school child care. I'm telling you, you guys don't look at that factor.
I'll go pick them up.
Okay, but you're going to work a 9 to 5, but you're going to go pick the child up after school and take them to the activities?
I did it.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I do it.
I mean, you do it if you was at the in-house. If you were in-house.
Just so you don't have to pay for the child to go to after-school care.
Not just so you don't
and after-school activities.
No. That's the wrong thinking. It's because I want to be around my child.
Yeah, I want to take care of my
child. I want to take care of my child, so I'm going to go pick them up with after-school activities, what have you.
But you complaining about child support.
No, I'm complaining about child support because child support is not used for the child. It's used for the parent. It's used for that woman who wants to go to the club or something like that, or wants to go something like that, and she needs a little.
And you a bad judge of character for the woman that you chose.
And I admit that. I'm guilty.
That is an issue.
But we don't know that.
That's an issue.
We don't know that.
Go ahead, we all good. She wants to go off and do her thing. I'm going, okay, well, you want to get a divorce?
All I know is that parents need to learn how to co-parent and co-parent well and not fuss and fight about the money and all this other stuff, because the kids need the parent one way or the other.
I agree with
money that. Or otherwise, the child needs both parents.
I agree
But
with that.
when it benefits one side, it's hard to say, hey, let's come to the table and figure this out.
Exactly.
Because somebody, I mean, women already know they got the leverage when we walk in there. And so as long as hey, look, if he ain't beating and he ain't raping or doing something real foul to the kid, why is it not 50-50 off the top?
Right.
And that's it. You a week, me a week, or if we want some consistency,
because they are not looking at what's in the best interest of the parents. They're looking at what's in the best interest of the child. Do you think that it's fair to have instability for a child? You go over here 1 week, you live in Arlington, your child lives in Denton, and you want me to give you the child for this week and that week. They got school, they got activities, they got friends.
Never stay more than 10 miles away from
I'm just saying, but you don't have, you again, you are the exception.
And it goes back
and then that's it. Look, and then how does that affect your current relationship living 10 miles from your ex?
When we sign up for this package,
boy, oh boy. I ain't staying that close to an ex. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Huh?
Martell.
Oh, sorry.
That goes back to what you said, case by case basis.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That should change.
Yeah, they're laughing at you.
So
we weren't gonna sign no papers unless we can get this location.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be together if that was going to be a stipulation. I got to stay close to your ex.
Here's the deal. As a man, I'm not thinking. I'm just thinking I want to be close to my kids. So if there's something happen, I can be right there for them. I'm not thinking, oh, my next girlfriend might not like this. Heck, I might not never have a next girlfriend.
Right.
So I'm just thinking I just need to be close to my kids. So my kids could, we could be in close proximity.
To be honest, my wife
dudes be having the best.
We've always stayed in proximity of each other.
And wait, guess what? They should. Especially if she's not the wife because you cheated with her.
Woo!
But that's a different case, right?
That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother topic.
And then y'all want to get married, there's gonna be some issues.
Yeah, y'all can't stay close.
There's gonna be some issues. But if she can't way after, hey, this is just where I stay. Where I stay, because I want to be close proximity to my kids, just in case I'm go down.
Just this morning, I had to go pick them up for school because her car won't start. So I went, picked them up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Cool, and that's what we gonna do. If he need whatever, if you need it anytime,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
24/7. But that's the way it should be. Period.
But that's what you put on the table in the beginning.
Right.
You know, that's
if you're not living up to that, then that's when folks got to get into it. But I think in the beginning, you should give everybody the opportunity to be 50-50 and work this up. Yeah.
Right. But again, it goes back to what the judge is looking at, even though it's a case by case basis. He's going to always look at what's in the best interest of the child. And when it comes to the living and where they're going to live, that's what they're supposed to. That's the standard by what they're supposed to set custody, visitation, even the child support, all that stuff combined is supposed to be in the best interest of the child, not in the best interest of the mother or the best interest of the father or the grandparents or any of that stuff. They're looking at what's going to benefit the child, what's going to help the child in this situation, because divorce is hard. And even if you were, born out of wedlock or whatever, not having two parents in the household is hard on a child. And so they have to look at, okay, this child needs to have equal time with both parents, especially if they're both good parents. Right. But they also need to have living expenses.
But what's in the best interest is not raking the guy over the coals for everything, every piece of paper.
But how do you know that every guy does not get raked over the coals?
Let me finish. Raking him over the coals for every piece of penny he got to where he can't even have enjoy.
But trust me,
have a standard living.
Trust me, most women would not go to the man if she can work it out with the man. On the front end. Boy, please. Do you think
divorce papers and the next thing they sign is let's go to
that's because guess what? While y'all going through that divorce, you fighting already.
I have a question though, because I really do feel that the government in itself, I mean, whatever state it is, I feel like they have a part in it too, as far as getting the male or female income going into their pockets.
Right.
Because I've seen the situations in that way. Or say, for instance, like you have a couple that don't even stay together anymore, and they've been together for like maybe 6-7 years, as long as the child been born, okay? But they finally part ways, but she didn't want to file child support. So, but at the same time, she's getting government assistance.
Yeah, once you go for government assistance, they're gonna get their money back. That's where the child support comes. The government will file it on that woman's behalf. If you go get food stamps, if you go get Medicaid, you can't get no kind of government assistance without filing for child support.
But you know, some dudes don't even know that.
Yeah, and you know what they're doing.
But see, and that's the thing. If the man would say, you know what, we're not gonna work out, but I want to make sure that I take care of my child. That woman ain't got to go get no government assistance.
Try saying that to a black woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And
hey, look, I don't want you, but let's work this out.
Yeah,
Man,
right. The fact that I don't want you to come out your mouth is a real problem.
But you gotta say it right.
Is there a right
This
way?
ain't working.
Hey, you gotta get down on one knee.
What's right? Yeah. Well, you're not married no more.
I don't want
I'm gonna
you.
take care of you. I'm gonna take care of you.
Nah, I ain't
I'm gonna
gonna
take
tell
care
her
of my baby.
No. You got on one knee.
Taking care of
Whatever
you is
y'all
over.
need, I'm gonna take care of
The
you.
way you got out on one day and proposed, you got on one knee and said, "Can I have it back?" But I'm gonna take care of the
Because
kids.
if you're married and then you put it in your divorce decree, you put the amount of money that's gonna be paid in that divorce decree. You don't have to go to child support if you keep your end of the bargain. But the moment you stop, guess who gonna go run into child support?
And you know
that
what
woman.
And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna go back child support.
Almost definitely.
It's always obvious.
They gonna go
Always
get
obvious.
you for
It
the
doesn't
arrears and
matter.
interest and
Yeah,
everything.
it doesn't matter how long you've been with
It don't matter.
Back child support.
Mm-mm.
All the way back.
Yeah.
Right
It's
here.
still in effect.
Yeah.
But
But-
it's the woman's discretion.
It is at the woman's discretion. It
And a
is.
woman scorned,
Man,
she ain't gonna be
don't
right.
cheat on her.
She ain't gonna be right.
Don't cheat on her because she gonna take you to the cleats.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't seen that movie Waiting to Exhale? Okay, so Kendall says dudes be having the best excuses though.
No,
And Deandra says, my dad says it's cheaper to keep her. The system is flawed and designed to replace black.
But everybody asks
Not
me,
finished,
why
not
you-
finished,
why-
not finished, not finished. She said it's cheaper to keep her and the system is flawed and designed to replace the black fathers to further push the agenda to weaken us.
Exactly.
Now that I do agree with.
So y'all know, DeAndre, that's my wife.
Yeah. Women thought they were empowered. She thought they were empowered, but not at all. It's a setup.
It is.
And it is. But that's what I'm saying. If we could all learn how to work together, okay, me and you, we not gonna work out, but I want to be there for my child. I want to make sure that my child is taken care of. And how much do you think that it would take for me to take care of my child? You know, or, you know, this, and this. There's ways to work it out. Y'all sit down at the table. Even the church, our church has something called a reconciliation ministry. Go to your church elders and have your church work some stuff out for y'all before you go to the man.
Yeah, but I ain't never liked that church in the first place.
Boy, please, you so crazy. I'm telling Pastor on you.
I never liked your church in the first place.
Anyway.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know.
No, see, y'all go in there with the wrong attitude.
I run my household. Don't you tell me how to run
Y'all
my
go
household.
in there. See, this is why it doesn't work. Y'all go in with the wrong attitude from the beginning.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Man, y'all go
Well,
in.
a black woman is gonna do this. Well, a black man. What if I said that about black men?
Y'all gonna go in
Every
and try
black
to
woman
rob,
is not
steal,
like
and kill.
that, and every black man is not a dog, right?
Right.
So every black woman is not gonna be adverse to you talking to them about taking care of their child without going to the man.
But at the point,
I'd rather not look. For me, I would rather not go because I don't want everybody in my business.
But at the point,
So when you go to
I
get
would
government
rather
assistance,
go
yeah,
for
when
that-
you go
for
to,
that first day, because guess what?
you rather you go get government
You get that-
assistance?
Huh? You said what?
You would rather them go get government
No,
assistance?
I would rather
Let it go to court.
go to court, get it situated so it's on. You have documentation on.
But court is one thing. I'm talking about going to the government assistance, going to get medical care through the government, going to get food stamps, going to get all this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you need it, you need it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. If you need it,
I
you
wanna
need
have-
it.
I wanna
But
have
I'm
government in my
saying,
business
I know
at
for
all.
me, I don't want nobody all up in my business. I've been there, done that. And it is the most embarrassing thing that I have ever been through in my life.
It
White
goes back
house.
to. It goes back.
They
to the
come
woman.
in, look at your house, go through your
home
closets, go through
studies.
your stuff.
Oh, I know
Exactly.
about it. Yeah.
Why do I want to go through that? Why can't me and you work something out?
Just get the easy
So I don't have to do all that.
I'm gonna give you why.
Because you want to be a butthole.
No, I'm gonna give you
and
why.
not take care of your kids.
Y'all get divorced for a reason, not because y'all like each other. Y'all get divorced for a reason. And once you go to that point of getting a divorce, and then y'all start arguing about the kid, it's going to be an argument. Ain't nobody gonna come to the table reasonable. It's gonna be some issues at that table. And so now, especially if I'm making $10,000 a month, well, I need my $5.
Deandra said, my father gave me, the best advice my father gave me was to keep the man out of your business.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying.
Which man? That man or this man?
No, the government. The government. I'm saying if black men and black women could come to the table, things are not working out between us, but we got this child. Can we come to some kind of agreement? Whether we go to court, that's one thing, because you got to go to court to get divorced anyway. But once we go to court and we make a decision, can we stick to this decision? We're going to have this child going to be with you for the summer, going to be with me through the school year. And when the child is with me, you're going to give me a little something to take care of the child. You're going to take them shopping to get their school clothes. You're going to help me buy their supplies and all this other stuff. If they want to play football, you're going to pay half of it. When I take them to the doctor, you're going to pay half of it. And work that stuff out without having to go to the man.
That sounds good.
But when you cannot come to the table and make that agreement, what choice does the woman have but to go to the man?
What choice does anybody have?
Well, whoever got the child. Whoever got the child.
Because that man, let's say she think he's a lion, whatever, sack or whatever. She ain't gonna trust nothing he say when you try to sit down at the table. Because we get divorced because of your lies.
Well, we need to go back to the drawing board and just go with what God said in the first place. Don't have sex before marriage. Get married and stay married.
Girl,
then you ain't got to worry about no darn child support and all this other stuff.
I thought the same thing too.
And if it's broke, and back in the day when it was broke, guess what they did? They fixed it.
Then you gotta worry about nothing. We ain't having no kids.
Look, when it was broke, old folks fixed it. They didn't run. They didn't go hiding. They didn't go over to the next woman or the next man. They worked it out.
And some of them just knew that there was a side chick, so she gonna be over here, he gonna be over here.
It is right? What it is.
So we
they didn't have social media where you can stalk you.
Yeah.
Look, why you liking on her page?
Yeah. Facebook don't tell a whole bunch of folks.
Yes.
Facebook responsible for a bunch of divorce.
It's the internet.
Oh yeah.
That's put a different spin on it. What about back child support?
Ooh.
You know, back child support.
If you owe it,
just say your kid, 17 years old now, been raised by the single mom whole life.
You owe her.
She jump up and say,
you owe her.
Just graduating, and now all of a sudden, he never paid me my money. Okay, now you want to send me to jail.
I
know about this situation. I know people who've been.
You owe her.
That ain't right at all.
The mom knew where the man was. She decided not to go.
To me, that doesn't matter.
You know, and then she goes and hunting down when you're 17 years old and all.
She's college. She took it as a savings account. Yeah. So when he got ready to graduate, he gonna cash this on in.
So you and your siblings have different dads, but your dad is paying all that money. Okay, and taking care of other people's kids.
Other people's kids, yeah,
that's right.
And then you go back and say, okay, well, shoot, I need to get my money.
Why ain't this back child support? Go to my son.
I mean, if you owe back child support, you have some monetary responsibility.
Yeah.
Child. So if you haven't been doing anything, I mean, it don't
matter when
because
it don't matter when you gotta pay it. You need to pay it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because you knew you had a child. You ain't gonna take care of your business. You know, because that
at least modified.
That order. Yeah. Let's do something. Okay, let me give you $100 a month or something like that.
Buy you a car and give you allowance in college or something.
Yeah. But that whole when they come get you for child support, ain't no such thing as a bond. Ain't no such thing as let me go to court to Once you in jail for that right there,
pay it or stay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just knew somebody who had like $30,000 in back child support.
And they tried to give me for $2,000.
But should the child support percentage be lower for athletes?
I don't think I don't think it should have nothing to do with the salary of the
The-
father.
Yeah.
I don't. It shouldn't have nothing to do.
It's got something to
with
do
the
with
salary of the father.
what the child needs.
Exactly.
If you were staying in, what the child needs. Because I mean, let's go talk to Sean Kemp.
Okay, so Deandra says we've got to take care of our own like the Hispanic culture does. And she said even African cultures today, her mentor gives 20% of his income to his family in Gambia.
Okay, that's all 20%. We paying 25% for the first child.
But I think it goes back to what we said, even for athletes and millionaires or whatever, it's the standard one, it's the standard of living that the child is used to, and what is the best interest of the child.
But you can't put a standard of living on a child when he's a child.
You can.
No,
you can't take a child that's been living in a 5-bedroom house and go put him in a shack.
Yeah, but
That's
only
not
one
fair.
You
can't take him out of his
house with his daddy.
Boy. So you're gonna kick the woman out.
Yes.
Hey.
We're divorced.
And how is the child gonna feel about you putting a mother out on the street?
They 5 years old.
Hey, we gonna work that out.
Crazy.
Me and the child.
Y'all thinking is so out of the box. It's so out there. I wish I had some women. Come on, Deandra. I need some more talking from you. Because these men are something else. You're going to put the woman out the house.
How does a 5-year-old? Oh, I used to have a Lamborghini.
You spend $1,000. You don't even know how to spend $1,000.
Exactly. You don't know how to spend $5.
Housing, clothing,
Where was she gonna stay if we didn't have kids?
Exactly.
What was she gonna do if we didn't have kids?
She was gonna put you out.
I'll tell you what. Then we gonna stay in a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't care how much money I make. We gonna stay in a 2-bedroom apartment. That child got a room. We got a room. Yeah. Exactly. When we get divorced, boom, standard living. 2-bedroom. Don't be moving to no 5-bedroom if I'm giving you 2-bedroom.
But I'm saying in the place that they are now. I'm not talking about being in a 2-bedroom house and then upgrading. I'm talking about where you are at this point in your life. This child is going to a private school and all this other stuff. So you're gonna have to pull the child out of private school, pull them in public school where they've never been before. Not that public school is bad, but if you have,
because we're no longer a 2-income home. It's now 1 income. It's your income, and I'm paying child support. It ain't 2 income. When it's a 2-income home, and then we can do that. But we just 1 income.
All I know is I'm so glad I did not have children with this man over here and get divorced, because it would be on. I know I would have to take him to the man the way he's talking. I'd have had to take him to the man and had the man put him under the jail.
No, tell you, I took care of my 3 kids.
Woo,
I was there all the time.
10 minutes, Kendall. 10 minutes. We'll be talking about sports.
I was there. I paid child support. I'm still doing it now. I ain't tripping.
And see them every day and take care of them every day, feed them every day.
Just something. I ain't tripping. All of them, college and everything. I ain't tripping.
So Deandra said, "Come on, brothers. This is the mother of your children. We must respect the mother and father, no matter what the situation is."
Tell us stop trying to divorce me. We good to go.
And how about you stop cheating?
Why is it always cheating?
Why can't it just
most
be,
likely?
We're not on the same page.
We're just not on the same page.
A different vision.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Mutual agreement.
You want to go left? I want to go right. What's up with that? You like Muslims?
Well, they need to learn how to co-parent.
You like Muslims? I like Christians. Okay.
So what's the solution?
Or like last week, put on a little too much weight.
Yeah, you're right.
Speak the truth in love.
No, the solution should be, number 1, it should be on case-by-case basis. Number 2 is if we're co-parenting, that means 50-50. It's a push, especially with both parties.
Co-parenting does not mean 50-50.
No, but it should be.
Why not?
It should mean 50-50.
How about 100-100?
No.
I'll take that.
Okay. It's still even though. It's funny how women don't like 50-50 when it's co-parent. When it's man, woman. No. We 50-50. We're on the same page.
Me and you gonna have a talk after this show.
That's funny. Mister. That's funny how when a woman want to be like, man, it's 50-50, but a man says, no, I'm 50. No, not 50-50.
100. It's just like in marriage. You don't want a 50-50 marriage. You want 100-100. So even in your child's life, you want 100. You want to be 100% there for your child.
I got that, but a marriage can never be equal.
Why not? Because what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine.
See, that's why it's never equal. No, that's what y'all say.
Happy wife, happy life.
See,
What's the saying for the man?
What the man is pissed off?
They didn't say happy ex-wife. They said happy wife.
What the man is pissed off?
The Bible says lifestyle, no matter the situation together or apart, 50% basic needs, 30% wants, and 20% savings. The kids need a college fund.
Okay, then put half on it. Put half on the college fund.
They too dumb to go to college. Why am I putting money? They too dumb.
Why would your kids be too dumb to go to boys' time?
I'm just saying. What if they like
Hirsch? What if
I don't like Roger?
Okay, so where's Professor? Because you know Professor got to get the last word in because we coming up on our time.
I'm good.
Oh no, sir.
No, you don't get off that easy. Come on up here.
No.
Come on, Professor. You got the last word.
Oh, he should have the last word.
He always has the last word. How you gonna?
He's the king of this right here.
Come on now. You are the last word, Professor. We always come to you for the knowledge, Professor.
You tried to get out of last week too.
No, Professor. You got to give it up.
I ain't got no where the Bible says.
Well, you got 10 minutes to let us know.
10 minutes?
Actually 5.
I said 10.
We're going by
we started late.
No,
we started late. That's why he got 10 minutes. Go ahead.
It ain't 50-50. You see how she doing?
He got 10 minutes. Come on, Professor. Give it to us.
Okay, here we go. I ain't gonna take long on this because I got a history of what we're talking about myself anyway.
Shoot, we all got some history.
I know, like,
I don't.
we're not all gonna say you don't. Not yet, anyway.
So I was reading a verse not too long ago where it says, anyone who does not provide for their relatives and especially for their own household has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. So with that being said, I started having kids. I have 6 kids, as you may know. I started having kids when I was 17. Didn't know anything about relationships. I was just I put it out there. I was sleeping with any man about it out there. Back in my day.
Sock things.
Don't shout no Cliff Hospital. Nothing to do with that. Seriously,
School of children.
I grew up wanting to be able to take care of my family. That's how I was taught. So if I was in a broken relationship and I had a child by that person, one of the first things that I did, I ran straight to the Attorney General's office and say, hey, here's something my brother alluded to. We grew up in the same house. Not to say I don't trust you, but I like everything documented. And I want to make sure that I'm the responsible father that I am. Make sure that the courts work that out. I understand how the mathematical matrix is in terms of what they do and how they calculate it. People want to call it fair. Some people say it's not fair. I'm not getting enough money. That I have nothing to do with that. Okay, my thing is when I got on child support, or when I tried to put myself on child support, I'm not saying the names, but I got called a dumbass. The reason being is because I was told, Lewis, I know you're a responsible person. Why would you do that? I said, because I like things documented. Because if we get into an argument or you disagree with me on one thing, all you're going to do is go back to court and tell the judge, I ain't give you no money. I'm not doing that. And she got mad at me. But hey, to this day, I still pay child support. Here it is 18 years later. I'm almost through a one obligation. However, it was the best decision of my life because through those years, I didn't get my child support on time, or basically this is not enough. And all I say is go to the Attorney General with that. They figure that out. I want to make sure that I'm doing my part because I do have other kids to take care of as well. This is why the system is in place, because the system in Texas has it to where, and Shelley alluded to this, you pay for the child that's in a broken home, but if you have other kids, they got to eat too. And not only that, the court also understands the man got to eat too. He got to have some type of money to live off of, so he'll be able to keep pushing the money to where it needs to be allocated.
Right.
So
with that being said, I trust God with mine. If they want to take out $500 a child because I pay over $1,000, I still do to this day over $1,100 for 2 children. For 2, $1,150 to be exact for 2 children. And to this day, God has kept me. I have another wife, had 2 more kids. I learned my lesson.
Don't get
and
worse.
You said it. If you're gonna have kids, make sure you marry that person with the understanding y'all have great chemistry together, and not just marry that person just because.
Don't get divorced.
So, with that being said, I can't say that I agree or disagree with the system. However, it's in place for a reason. It's in place to look out for the kid that's in a broken home, and is also assisting the children that you are taking care of that's in the household with you, because they got to eat too.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. It's not always about the child in a broken home, but he has other kids, he got to take care of them too. So with that being said, any man or woman, I'm gonna say man because we're looked at as the leaders in the house. But if you don't take care of your family, that's including the ones outside the home, you worse than the unbeliever. Just go and take care of your business. If it hit your pocket, hey, God take care of it if you trust Him.
Should figure that out when you lay down.
That's how I live my life, and to this day, I'm still here. I get what I want. My take-home pay may not be as much as I want it to be, but my time is coming because my obligations starting to come off now.
Right.
So, again, I've been paying
you ain't gonna know what to do, bro.
Right, you gonna go crazy when you get that money back.
You gonna have a new alligator joy.
Yeah, buddy.
Risky business, actually. You slide in there and come back.
Yeah, buddy.
I've been paying child support since I was 22. I'm 41 now.
Wow, that's a long time.
I've been consistent with it, be responsible for it, and my brother right here alluded to something that dudes do. They don't want. I'm gonna paraphrase. Basically, you get a job, you see that the terms are gonna hit your paycheck, then you want to quit and you want to get money underhand, so no one won't touch you. You just don't know.
They gonna come get you anyway. Yeah.
Behind bars, behind 30 G's on child support.
That interest will kill you.
Do that.
Yeah.
Get you like it
no
nobody
sense.
Yeah.
They're gonna be there waiting.
Just
eat
it up and just be consistent with it.
Yeah.
So that's it. I ain't gonna go overboard on that.
All right. We just had our child support conversation, huh?
Yeah.
Courtesy of Martez. Appreciate the subject.
Yeah.
Next week we'll talk about how child needs to pay for parents.
Yeah, what's the question for next week? Do we have one?
Not yet.
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Wait.
Okay, wait. Deandra says, a side note, I'm running all women off from my sons until they're 30. I'm with you on that, Deandra. I'm with you.
It ain't happening.
My 15-year-old son's already a player.
Oh my goodness.
He's horrible.
That's funny.
You ready to get that letter from Attorney General?
It's gonna be addressed to him. That's on you.
Such persons.
I just don't know that ride home. My phone be strong. I hear that all the time.
Really? Okay.
I hear that all the time.
Okay.
His braces came off too, so he real.
Oh,
what's his name?
You got them pretty teeth too.
Just get ready for Jalen. The state of such versus Jalen.
Oh my goodness!
Y'all trust me, I'm in his ear all the time.
And our second parent party.
He has me for an example. So.
Oh yeah, get ready for
one wife, kids with the same wife. He got a good example.
That's the example. Okay, so he don't need to be looking at the rest of them.
For real.
All right, we're gonna come right back. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we got to get into the Cowboys. We got 4 quarters coming up. We got to get into the Cowboys. Questions about the Cowboys. I got 2 questions that we need to ask, and we got to get into our pick segment too.
Which I had trouble doing my picks, man. I don't know what's going on with my picks.
I did mine.
So I'm kind of irritated.
We'll help you out. You know I would throw that stuff in there. You know who's gonna win, right?
Yes.
Me.
Okay, always me. Okay. Because I can rig stuff. I'm the commissioner.
Historically speaking, the last 2 years we've had this pick segment, a female has came out on top. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, the coin toss. We had one lady
came out on top,
flipping the coin, and then Shelly won one year, didn't she?
I'm not sure.
I
know
did.
1 year was Octavia.
I won 1 year, and I won the fantasy league too.
No, it was
Let's see.
Gwen.
Money's on the line now.
No,
Shelly. It was Shelly.
me.
It was Shelly.
Yeah, it was Shelly. Yeah.
Shelly and Octavia.
Yeah, this year money's on the line. All right.
$50.
Yeah, this has been 4-1 Sports Talk. That means I'm winning. 4-1 Sports Talk Radio. We're here at Brick House Lounge, just lounging. 4-1 Sports Talk Radio, PhoneRadioNetwork.com. We'll be right back. Ms. Ross.
That turned out to be a pretty good exception.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, so this is still on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he works out the days, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed.
I feel so special.
So I got the art now.
Yeah. Talking about the other one, it took a year and a half. I wouldn't fit away. I got there, but he was not. That was the only time. I was really good time. Like 1 day a week, every other week. About a year and a half. Everybody knows that I remember.
Turn the mic off.
Do you know? Real smoke till we elevated off of the flow. And while we're going out, keep forgetting to see the flow. That's how we roll. Every day we see the rap roar and all that. That's the thing. We stay on the same level. We both love every day.
All right, we're back. We gotta keep this all right. So we're back. 4-1 Sports Talk Radio, PhoneRadioNetwork.com. We're sitting here at Brick House Lounge. I guess it was Brick House Lounge.
Yes, sir.
You said it right. Okay. We gotta get into these Cowboys. Eric is not gonna be able to sit with us for the rest of the time period. But we appreciate having you.
I appreciate y'all inviting me, man. I had a good time, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you know you got to go and sign your child support papers.
Signed, sealed, and been delivered automatically.
He said, "Been delivered." Keyword, been delivered.
Okay, so Cowboys. They finished the preseason 0-4, which probably don't mean anything.
Not a thing.
means nothing at all.
I hope not.
No, it don't.
It doesn't.
It
I
don't.
hope
Matter of fact, they very seldom play the starters.
Yep.
You know, you look at individual performances.
Yeah.
You know, when the starters were in, they scored. That's all I look for.
49er game.
Yeah, as long as they're in, they score.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what kind of effect is it going to do that Dak Prescott or Elliott did not play the last 2 preseason games. I don't know if that's going to affect them or it's just nothing.
About Hendricks.
Emmett never played in the preseason.
No, he really didn't.
No, he did not.
He really didn't. But then you have these teams that like Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is they're kind of like 16-0 in preseason, aren't they? They're pretty good in preseason, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then when you get to the regular season, yeah,
That'll be different this year.
I think so.
I think it is.
I think so. I think they'll be a lot
Just
better.
so much talent.
Yeah, it better be better because if they're not, Hugh Jackson's gone.
Yeah, he'll be
Oh, he out of there.
yeah.
Hugh Jackson's
I
gone.
want to see if he can hold Baker Mayfield again. I think he'll powder kid.
Well, here's the deal. Oh, you think if he's not playing, it's gonna be some problems, huh?
Yep.
But here's the deal though. Baker Mayfield probably knew he wasn't gonna start in the beginning because Hugh Jackson's been saying this all along. And the reason why he said, man, we drafted 2 quarterbacks first time we drafted them, and they become nothing. They're nothing. You know, look at Manziel out of the league. Who's the other one? Who did Deshaun
Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser.
He's backing up Aaron Rodgers now.
Yeah. So
But see, those quarterbacks, in my opinion, were projects. I don't think they were ever looked at as being ready. Johnny Manziel, a project.
Yeah, because he had 1 season at Texas A&M, and they thought he was the end all be all.
Yeah. Man, he built that new stadium in Texas A&M. I tell you that right there.
Yeah, he did.
But being a great college player, it don't translate.
It never translates. It doesn't at all.
Especially at that position.
It's a quarterback. Yeah, it takes some time.
Mm-hmm.
So while Baker Mayfield looked good in preseason,
Right.
I mean, he looked really good in preseason.
Yep.
I really like that dude.
Is he ready?
I don't trust him ever since he got ran down by that police. You can't trust nobody. You get
run down by the law.
Then he got tackled. He turned up and tackled hard, didn't he? I know you.
Not our proudest moment, that's for sure.
All right, so got a couple of questions. Will the Cowboys trade for Earl Thomas, or should they trade for Earl Thomas?
They should, but I don't think they will.
The price tag is too high.
I think he's worth it, but I don't think they will either.
Yeah,
I think he's worth it, but I don't think they will.
I don't think the price tag is too high. I just think
they
feel like they can get him in the offseason.
You think they can?
And they like their young safeties.
Well, they can't get him in the offseason because let's say he does not play this season. He still has one year on his contract.
He'll play. I'll believe he'll go the whole season without playing when I see it. That's a lot of money.
Just sitting on, and he's losing $1 million. He's losing $1 million a game.
I'll believe that when I see it.
When he stopped, they don't. But they could do like Khalil Mack that they did with
that was
Raiders did with Khalil Mack.
That was the dumbest move ever. I can't believe it. I tried to believe in the Raiders. That right there just.
That's a John Gruden thing.
I don't believe. No, I think Gruden did the right thing.
You think he?
Oh yeah.
Because he wasn't gonna play anyway.
I don't believe a defensive player is
Is that too much of a commodity
like that, where it can take your team over? Only quarterbacks should get paid that kind of money. I've never thought a defensive player of any type should get paid.
Unless you are maybe Lawrence Taylor
or Von Miller.
Yeah,
Von Miller. There's an exception to the rule.
So whose stats are better, his or Von Miller's?
Right now?
Yeah.
Or the last couple of years?
Oh, the last couple. Well, since he's
been in the league.
Khalil Mack
in the league's got 40 sacks, but what is Oakland doing?
But it's not. But
that's because
Oakland's not doing it because
you just proved my point.
It's only Khalil Mack
though. Right.
Yeah. Denver had some players around.
Right. Now the Bears paid him.
And they paid him with no problem.
Yeah, but Bears is not going to.
They're not going to be good.
It's not going to.
4 years.
Yeah. And by that time, he's going to look for another contract.
Out of his prime and begging for more money.
I think Khalil Mack was more than just a player, on that team. He was a leader. He was a motivator.
But here's the deal.
That guy that you really should want on a team.
But here's the deal. Did Khalil Mack have anything around him? And when you don't really have anything around you, then it's going.
If I don't have nothing around me, you got to pay me. I'm sorry.
He got paid, all right.
Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah,
to go to Chicago. Who Chicago got anybody around him?
No.
I can't
But
believe
he's getting
anybody.
paid.
But he's getting paid. So okay.
That's all that matters.
Will Travis Frederick return in 2018?
Yes.
You think he'll return?
Yes.
You think he'll play this year?
He will play this year, not now, but he will play this year, I believe.
Let's say 8 games
I'm
in.
glad you believe.
I think. I think. Honestly, I think he may play towards the latter part of the season when the games are counted for the most to determine playoff season.
Will he be as valuable at that time?
See, I don't think so.
But he's just
they would have got in that groove,
Yeah. And Looney is not. Yeah, Joe Looney is not as.
Really, no joke.
Yeah.
He has really, improved his play from last year. He has really stepped his game up. But I think to some extent, I think once they get the medication in him, and once they caught it at the early stage.
Yeah, because he's already practicing.
Unlike some players who didn't learn about it until it had got off into the second phase, where they was out almost a whole year. Marshall Slayers being one of them. Because they caught us so early. This is why I believe he'll be back sooner than you think.
Okay. All right. Is the offensive line deep enough?
Oh boy, no.
Don't have a lot of depth on the offensive line.
This is the Cowboys' problem with.
I'm concerned about the rookie.
I'm Connor.
Leighton Vander Esch.
No. I'm talking offensive line.
Oh, Connor Williams.
He's a little small.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be okay
out there.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be okay. Well, my thing is, if you still keep Chad Green.
He's cut.
He cut.
Oh, don't
okay,
talk
okay,
oh my gosh, thank gosh.
Okay, because I was looking for his name and
they got rid of him.
Thank you.
Cut.
Yeah, that took too long.
No, it took too long. And you see, Jonathan Cooper got cut too by San Francisco. Yeah.
Oh, by San Francisco.
Yeah.
And he was pretty solid here last year.
He was
in his filling roles. He was okay.
Better than Chaz Green.
Way better than Chaz.
And who was the offensive line that we had that was killed? Who was the linebacker against Atlanta?
That was Chaz Green.
No, it wasn't Chaz Green.
It was 75. Bell.
It wasn't Green.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't Green.
Bell. I forgot his first name.
They wound up putting Green in after him.
Right.
And he did for
was it Byron Bell?
Yeah.
Byron Bell.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Why hasn't Jordan Lewis been named as starter?
Because the other two corners are better than he is.
Jeff Heath and
Chidobe Awuzie.
Lewis played corner, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Adobe Woozier and
Byron
Jones.
They're better than him.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
He'll be in the slot on occasion.
Can his tight end group get the job done?
No.
Depends on what the job.
Even close. According to what the job is.
Depends on what the job is. If it's anything has to do with passing or pass catching, getting in the middle, no, they can't get it done. But if this offense, I don't think is going to be based around the tight end. It might be a 2 tight end set, but their job is to block. Can they block? I think so.
Which makes it interesting why they kept Rico Gallis, because that's his weak.
Because he can catch a ball. He can catch a ball, so they probably caught him because he might be.
Too.
Yeah.
But they know once he come in, they know what he's there for.
If Rico Gathers is in the game,
we got some issues. We got issues.
He shouldn't play.
Will the real Dak Prescott stand up? Is this going to be last year's Dak Prescott or the rookie season Dak Prescott?
I think this will be his career year.
You think?
No question.
Wait. Martin's like, whoa, wait a minute now.
The reason I'm saying that is because he finally got what he wanted on the field. I kept pushing those numbers to you the last 2 months to where when he throws to 7 or fewer receivers, he is a far less efficient quarterback than he is when he throws to 8 or more receivers.
And now he got plenty of receivers.
He has receivers, but he didn't need a diva number one. I think that was his problem.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want to admit it, but when Dez was getting his ear by not getting the ball, it wasn't to Dak Prescott's liking.
Yeah. So are the receivers to Dak Prescott's liking? Because you got Cole Beasley, you got Michael Gallup.
His favorite.
You got who is that? They just brought back Dante Thompson.
Michael Gallup.
Yeah, Allen Hurns.
Who I think is going to be a stud receiver. Just give him a chance. He's going to be pretty good.
As long as you don't say the T word.
Terrence Williams.
Don't say that. Don't say that, man.
Yeah, we make fun of T, but he gets in the end zone a lot.
Well,
as long as you throw him a bad ball, he'll catch it. But if you throw it right in his hands,
he won't catch it.
He won't catch it.
And the other thing about Terrence Williams is like he misses a bunch of games.
Yeah.
I mean, he drops out. I mean, yes, he's starting, but you don't know he's on the field.
Yeah. Believe it or not, he's the veteran receiver on this team.
Oh, that's scary.
That is scary.
He's a veteran on this team. Man.
And don't put him on an electric bike.
Oh, no.
I think Dak Prescott will be better than he was a year ago. I'm not going to go the career year route, mainly because I'm not 100% sure I trust our wide receiver core.
Right. But we don't know that about him.
We got a bunch of small. I know Hearns is big, but he's not physical.
Right.
I think there's this thought that just because you're a big wide receiver, that you're a physical wide receiver.
But here's the deal: Dak Prescott doesn't necessarily need a physical wide receiver because Dak Prescott is not going to throw into coverage to where you need a physical wide receiver.
But are you going to move the receivers around?
You're going to have to.
Here's the reason why I think he's going to have a career year. So now you get rid of Des Bryant is gone. Witten gone to retirement. Zeke Elliott is back.
Yeah.
And we all know he's going to be coming back with a vengeance and with some anger.
I think that's your key.
However, you put the New York Giants on the field, it could be the Washington Redskins. They're on the field. They see Zeke Elliott. We all know Zeke Elliott and Dak Prescott could the run option. They run that real good. But they sitting back there and they're saying, Dez is gone, Witten is gone.
They're gonna press the front.
Who we gonna cover? See, the unknown is to me is what Dak wanted. He wanted the team to stay up under the radar all season, this off season. He wanted it that way for a reason. So when you get out on the field, you don't know if Gallup gonna show up. I know you hate it. T will show up. Cole Beasley, Alan Hearns,
and that Thompson.
He's cut.
They brought him back.
They brought him back.
Oh, they brought him back?
They put Noah Brown on the IR.
Oh, no, okay, that's right. See, I think the unknown teams defensively knew what Dez could do on the field along with Witten. Now you got them out the way.
But here's the deal:
the unknown is there. So it's going to be a lot of man-to-man until teams figure out who Dak favors a lot. Yeah. And so I think that's to his advantage because during that time, that's when he's going to really show out. And then when teams catch, like you always say, when they get tape on his favorite receivers, then they're going to start catching up with him. And it's up to Prescott to adjust to that.
You bring Zeke back in. I think Zeke is going to be the
and one other reason I think why he's going to have his career year, his contract. He's in the third or fourth year of his contract.
But let me say
normally in your third year, if you perform to standard, you're gonna want a new contract without playing the full year. But knowing the Cowboys.
But let me say this right here though. What do you think about players that play to contracts?
Be more specific. What do you mean?
Okay, if I'm thinking it's my contract year, I'm gonna ball out. How come I wasn't balling out before that?
That's why I don't always trust.
I don't trust that whole it's my contract year, so I'm gonna ball out. I don't trust that.
That's what happened with Dez Bryant. He balled out, had that 14 touchdown year.
But now you see where
signed the contract. What happened?
He can't get on the team now.
Let's see what DeMarcus Lawrence does.
Let me ask y'all something, man. I didn't ask a lot of people this, and I haven't been able to get a good answer. Can y'all put your finger on some of these young guys? I say let's give it the last 5 years that actually came to the Cowboys. You can say, hey man, that dude's got substantially better. You can tell they did something to make him better.
Whole offensive line.
Ooh.
Yeah, the offensive line got better.
You saying they improved or they came into the league? No, they already had.
They've improved.
They're a lot better today.
They
were when they first got here. They were good when they first got here. Now they're Pro Bowlers.
Okay. So let's move outside of that.
Cole Beasley. Cole
Beasley.
Yeah.
You think he's improved?
He's gotten a lot better. No, he's gotten a lot better. Yeah, since
he's always been that quick kind of element.
Yeah, but now they're sending them deep now. Now
I got to see that.
Yeah, now he's running deep routes.
Yeah,
and he started those last year, running the deep routes last year.
Yeah, but they were, it was tough on them last year with Dez. To me, with Dez knocking, they were doubling if people. They doubling Witten and
that Prescott's rookie year, he was on the Beasley a lot.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah,
has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
last year was his contract year.
That's true.
Oh, so we got to see what he does after the contract year.
Well, because he got franchised. So he's gonna have to show that he can do it again.
So we hold off on that right there.
Right.
That would help if Gregory can stay on the field.
If Randy Gregory, yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Think about even the receivers.
The receivers have gotten worse.
Right, and you can go almost to me. You can almost go back 15 years.
Yeah,
and you have never seen. You could take a receiver that's it's in his contract year. He's been balling out wherever he is. You bring him over.
Bring him here,
and it all died.
Terry Glenn, George Galloway.
Well, they were all. Glenn was always at the end.
Antonio Bryant, remember him?
Yes,
88. Yeah.
He couldn't get along Parcells.
Right. But he went to Cleveland.
That's what I think is going to hold Dak back. Is that all these receivers are going to become as talented as they possibly could, because I haven't seen the Cowboys just take a player and he goes to the next level.
Well, okay.
Consistent.
Jason Witten. Yeah. When he first got here, remember, he was rooming with Tony Romo.
He was number 47.
Yeah. They didn't have a real number for him.
Right. His jersey number was different.
And but as far as receivers are concerned, they've really not had.
And I think Whitney is an anomaly, man. I think somebody.
And the common trend here is those are Parcells guys. The Romo who got significantly better.
Romo
got significantly better.
Right.
DeMarcus Ware got significantly better. Those are all Parcells guys. He gets in your head, and these guys can quote everything he ever said.
He can make you better, or he can make you worse.
Jason Garrett,
I'll always go back to Julius Jones.
Oh my God!
Remember, Julius Jones came in stud running back.
Man,
Parcells got in his head.
He was on the
done after that.
He was done.
Well, that was just that's him.
And that's
have the mental toughness.
Wasn't strong enough. Wasn't strong enough. But as far as the Jason Garrett years, who's gotten better? I still go back to what you said, the offensive line.
But I don't know if that's on Garrett.
Yeah.
Well, you got to put it on.
I guess so.
If you put Parcells getting his players better on Parcells, who's the head coach, you got to put it on Garrett.
Fair enough.
But I don't even think Garrett has improved as a coach since he's become that head coach.
I think he's.
So can we really trust that he did that?
To a point, I think he's declined. I think he was a better offensive coordinator.
Yes, definitely.
When he was here, than he would be as a coach. I think he's gotten slightly better as a coach, but I think his offensive coordinator situation. Because I remember games. That's when Wade Phillips,
right,
and DeMarcus Lawrence is the Wade Phillips guy. DeMarcus Ware is Wade Phillips.
He was drafted in the Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was Wade Phillips guy. But I remember in that era, at halftime, Jason Garrett would always change up the offense.
Man, completely.
To where you didn't know, like, what am I? He knew how to make the adjustments.
We can call Cowboys.
Yeah. No, I'm saying when Wade Phillips. Now it was different, because I think he's allowing Linehan to call the plays.
Not of my job on the line.
Hey,
homeboy.
You sit down. Yeah. But remember, Jason, offense coordinator, he was quarterback coach with the Giants. And who was that? Who was the coach then?
The old guy.
Chan Gailey.
No, not with the Giants.
No, with the Giants. It was the same guy. What is his name?
Fossil?
Mark.
No, he's
John Fossil.
The one that's running the Jaguars.
The one's running the Jaguars. Don Capers.
No, not Capers. Oh, I can't. I can see his face now.
He's the one who used to get the Giants.
Kaufman.
Tom Kaufman. Yeah. But as far as I think he's gotten a little bit better as far as a coach. But if you've seen that did y'all ever watch that thing? What was it with on Amazon?
I haven't finished watching it yet. I need to go watch it.
You gotta watch that. That to me, that changed my whole outlook on.
I need to change the outlook.
Yeah, that changed my whole outlook. Wait a minute, because we always thought Jason Garrett was like he was a
clapper.
Yeah, but he ain't no. No, he's far from a clapper. Jason Garrett was far from a clapper. He's like, no, I'm in your face. But as far as players in his era, I don't know of the players that you can significantly say they've gotten better since he's been the coach. Except the only thing I say is the offensive line.
Yeah. And I can say
Sean Lee when he's healthy.
But Sean Lee's always been like that though. Yeah. I don't think he made Sean Lee better. He's just always been like that.
And I equate Sean Lee with like a Romo. He's a savant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what made Romo what he was the fact that he understood the game. Still had the gunslinger mentality, but
Right.
But Sean Lee is for undersized linebacker.
He's one of the better ones out there.
I ain't never seen nobody read holes like him.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Yeah, because he studies the game.
But if you see him get caught, the lineman, oh my God, it's hilarious. They can make a video on him getting grabbed by the lineman.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, I'm gonna go run through these questions. How much will Leighton Vander Esch play this year?
Oh boy, that depends on the player. Jalen Smith.
You got 4 linebackers. That I mean, you got Sean Lee, you got Jalen Smith, you got Damian Wilson, and you got who's the other linebacker that they have?
Thomas is
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas.
Well, I liked a lot in the preseason.
He's got to crack that. He's got to crack that lineup first.
I don't know. That's a good question.
And I don't. And he's been having hamstring problems too, or growing problems. So he hadn't been able to crack that lineup yet. So how much will he play? He might play trash duty.
I'm gonna say sparingly.
Can this defense truly be a top 10 defense?
Yes, definitely. Because of the improved play of Chidobe Awuzie and moving Byron Jones from safety to corner, immediate, and also with the addition of Chris Rashad.
Yeah, the coach, yeah.
He really is putting fire.
And
you
then,
can see the passion they play
oh
with.
man, and then the offensive front line,
Mm-hmm.
man. And once they get David Irving back,
Yeah, I was just about to say, who are my defensive tackles?
you got David Irving and Tyrone Crawford.
He'll miss the first 4.
Yeah, so you got Tyrone Crawford, and you have
Malik.
Now Randall Gregory.
yeah,
Malik Collins.
Malik Collins,
doing
yeah.
is he even gonna play?
yeah, I think he'll play. You got him, and then you have you got who's that other guy they've been high on? Armstrong, yeah.
Going Armstrong.
And then so you got 3-man rotation there, and then you got your defensive ends. You got Randy Gregory, you got DeMarcus Lawrence, and you got Taco Charlton, who was.
Can you imagine having either one of them on both sides?
Randy Gregory, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Man.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah.
Like I said, we finally got some pass rushers.
And then they got depth. I think that was a big
And that's the other thing
problem
too.
for them.
Depth.
It's in that fourth quarter.
It was like
It's just you ain't have nobody come in and at least just hold it down, do something.
And it's
See, the key is getting the lead and let these guys pin their ears back.
exactly. But your offense got to do that though.
Right. That's right.
Your offense can still, if we can still keep you off the field with that running game, unless Ezekiel wants to take it to the house every time he touch the ball.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, that's a score, right?
That line situation still concerns me without Travis Frederick.
But do this right here. Watch the screen pass. Cowboys have one of the deadliest screen passes.
I just got to see it.
2 years in a row, they've done the same screen pass play. The one against Pittsburgh, when they brought the lineman up and then boom, dumped it to Ezekiel, and Ezekiel just took it to the house. And then against San Francisco, same play. And he took it to the house. I think that's one of the deadliest screen passes I've ever seen. And the Cowboys were one that did not know how to screen pass they was played to.
Yeah.
I still don't think they screen pass well. I just think those particular plays.
I don't think it's consistent.
That's all you need.
I think Green Bay runs screens the best I've ever seen. They always run screens well.
Yeah, because they don't have no receivers.
Or you run.
Yeah. How hot is Jason Garrett's seat this season?
Very.
Fire.
And because he let Dan Bailey go, it gets worse.
I don't know if that's what.
I don't think that was his decision.
You don't think that was his decision?
No.
Well, the way he discussed it, he talked about how inconsistent Dan Bailey was at the end of the last year, which he was. Remember, Dan Bailey used to didn't miss nothing, and he started missing field goals. That injury. And then he said even in training camp he was missing. They all kicked
42 or 49.
Yeah, you're missing even in training camp. This guy Hurd, he's been hitting it.
Didn't he hit a 57-yard?
Yes, he hit a 57-yard.
When I saw him make that, I was like, okay, they're gonna work to keep him because he's cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And Dan Bailey was gonna cost $3.5 million against the cap.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is fool's gold.
Now you think so?
Yeah.
You should have kept Dan Bailey.
And I think the other reason why too is this boy out of Canada.
Yeah.
Canada is the field is bigger. The field is a lot bigger, so that means that 57-yard kick, he can probably do a 60-yarder.
That's fine.
I've never seen Dan Bailey do a 60-yarder.
I've seen them 56 though.
You don't believe it all?
I just don't trust. I mean, if we're beating
no.
Carolina or it's tied and we have a game-winning field goal, I'm not confident in this.
We got to see it when it's on the line. When the game is on the line.
I still trust Dan Bailey. I miss you, Dan.
And Dan we trust, right? Trust. All right, those are my questions for the Cowboys. Let's keep it moving. You got 4 quarters?
Yes.
You got to get out of here, right?
I got to get out.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
All right.
Eric,
Thank you for coming.
All right.
It's been nice. All right, man. We'll talk too.
Thank you. You too.
All right, as we continue to play musical chairs, Eric is about to step out.
Yeah, safely.
Yeah, we're about to get into 4 quarters, right?
Yes. Outside the NFL.
Okay.
Not the Cowboys.
All right.
Okay. Quarter number 1. Can the Jacksonville Jaguars overcome Blake Bortles?
Oh, well, they did last year. It wasn't Blake Bortles that lost them the game last year. The question is, can they overcome Jalen Ramsey's mouth?
Ooh.
Yes, because he can back it up.
I'm not worried about
He's
it.
a beast. That's.
Can they? I think they can. I don't think he was. I don't think he was.
Mike problems. Someone cut the cord. And it was security.
So I did what everybody wanted.
1 meter time.
No, I don't think the issue was Blake Bortles. I think he played. He drove the bus pretty good last year.
Okay. Is this Pete Carroll's final season with Seattle?
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
No, because they're still competing. We got to remember what Seattle was before he got there.
Mm-hmm.
He's made he's gotten them to 2 Super Bowls. They won one and should have won the second one, but somebody decided to make a boneheaded call.
And you go back to that phone call. Go back to that call, which was Pete Carroll's call, and they've been going downhill ever since.
They're in transition. Richard Sherman's getting old. A lot of their defensive
players, but they're not
bringing.
bringing anybody to back them up.
They got to get their depth.
Yeah, they're not bringing anything back. They're losing coaches too.
Yes, that usually happens when you're successful.
Yeah. They're losing.
Steal away your coach.
They're losing coaches. They're not bringing depth in. I mean, aside from Russell Wilson, who's the offense have?
Baldwin's a pretty good wide receiver.
They have Brandon Marshall for what that's worth.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he's too busy on HBO filming.
And then even on the defensive side, that's not the Legion of Boom anymore.
Not anymore.
Earl Thomas still there.
No, he's not. He's sitting out.
He is going to sit out.
So far, he's sitting out.
Like I said, I believe that.
Okay.
I see it.
So is he on the hot seat? He might be on the hot seat.
All right, is J.J. Watt back to early career form?
No. To age. You'll never get back to early career form.
He's only 27.
But he's got too many injuries. Injuries take a toll on him. Regardless of your age. Injuries take a toll.
When he's healthy, he's still dominant.
He's still dominant, but he's back.
To me, if you're still dominant, then you're just as good as you were when you got here.
All right.
Is it really Super Bowl or bust with Rams?
No. Too early.
Come on.
Too early.
Too early.
Too early. Yeah. Too early. They had one good year. So it can't be Super Bowl or bust. You got to build some stuff.
That's exactly right.
You agree?
Completely.
Okay. Does Cam Newton have enough protection in Carolina?
No.
Offensive line protection?
Offensive line.
Right. No. And you don't give him help around him.
Mm-hmm.
He has no help around him. I mean, yeah, you got Christian McCaffrey, but if he's your only, that's your only go-to, he's your running back, and you're throwing him 80 balls.
Well, the tight end Olsen's a big target.
Yeah, Olsen. Yeah, and then they got and then one of the receivers is actually going having surgery.
Yep.
Who's that? Curtis Samuel.
Oh yeah, for that heart condition.
So he's out. He won't be in the Cowboy game. That may be a good thing.
All right, is Sam Darnold already prepared to lead the New York Jets this season?
They got him starting.
He is the youngest opening day starter quarterback
At 21.
in NFL history.
At 21. They got him starting.
Is he ready to lead the Jets?
Yeah, ready to lead them to 4 and 12.
Exactly. Same schedule.
And lead them
Yeah.
to.
Or the New Orleans Saints, actually the NFC's best team?
No.
Philadelphia still got something to say about that. Although they're starting Nick Foles, and Nick Foles, there's some question marks on around Nick Foles. So when you have a preseason like he did, and I know that's just preseason, but that was just ugly.
No, that was the real Nick Foles.
Yeah, exactly.
What we saw in the playoffs was lightning in the bottom.
He still got issues, but I mean, Carson Wentz will come back.
Minnesota's
got something to say about that too.
Right.
Okay, so both of you saying no.
Yeah, Minnesota's got something to say about that, and I would even venture to say Green Bay.
True, they got Jimmy Graham now.
Yeah, you can't.
And the Rams.
Yeah, and the Rams. yeah. There's a lot of teams got something to say about that.
All right, is Patrick Mahomes the answer in Kansas City?
No.
Sounds true.
All Mahomes has is a deep ball. He can throw the heck out of the ball, but that's all he's got is a deep ball.
I like him. I don't like him to be that good this season,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think long term he's the right answer.
All he has is a deep. Even in college, he threw a deep ball. I mean, and shoot, Texas Tech was putting up numbers. Like they were putting up money, but they were putting up money off the deep balls, nothing short.
Well, then he's going to do what Alex Smith can't do.
He'll throw a deep ball, but once you once you get in the end zone, they start figuring you out. The coaches is going to figure you out, and they say, "Oh, this is what you can do. Let's take away the deep game. Okay. You got to give us a short game."
All right, what team will surprise us the most this season? Substitute.
In each conference, or
just overall? What one team? Name one team that will surprise you the most this season.
Probably the Cleveland Browns.
What, they'll win a game?
What I say last week, because they will go 9-7.
Yeah, you did say that.
Okay, go ahead.
I think defensively they're going to be really good. I think offensively, Tyrod Taylor's a game manager. I'm on the Baker bandwagon. I think he'd take more risk, but I understand what Hugh Jackson's doing. Mm-hmm. And I think they'll compete all season, and they'll be in that mix for a playoff spot. Just think they're going to fall short.
Cedric?
I'm saying Texans.
The Texans?
Houston Texans. I think the Texans are going to be sort of like the darlings of the AFC. I think the Texans, they got the right mix. Defense is good. Deshaun Watson.
I drafted in my fantasy league.
Okay, yeah. So I think the Texans they're going to surprise a lot of teams.
Who will win NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, Benchwarmer?
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I got to go with Darnold.
Wow. The Sam Darnold Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I can't say Saquon Barkley. I was about to say Saquon Barkley, but number one, I haven't seen enough, and he's already battling hamstring problems. Yeah, and then you saw one good run, and that was it. And everybody wants to crown him king. One good run, and they ran that same play again, and he couldn't get out the backfield, and he couldn't get to the outside.
Well, I'm going to disagree and say Saquon Barkley.
Okay. All right.
He's going to get plenty of attempts.
He will. And
he'll have every opportunity to electrify us.
He will. And I think that's going to be his the more you run, the more they start figuring you out. And plus the Giants' offensive line is not that good either.
It's okay.
So, I'm saying Sam Darnold. You're saying Saquon Barkley. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Does 41-year-old Tom Brady have enough help in New England this season, Benchwarmer?
Yeah, it's all about Tom Brady.
Does he have enough help?
Yeah, because there's not a lot of competition around him either. I mean, yeah, you got Miami in his division. You got Miami, exactly. And then who else is there? Miami,
Buffalo,
the Jets. So in his division, he'll still be top. It's not the help around him as far as the team. It's the folks that he wins by default because what's in the division.
Okay. Substitute?
They're not good enough to get to the Super Bowl.
No, I'm not saying Super Bowl.
They don't have enough weapons on the outside. Gronk is probably going to miss 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, I'm not saying Super Bowl. I'm just saying
it's not as strong as it has been. Defense is okay. Mm-hmm. I just think this is one of those years where Tom might struggle to get to 10 wins.
But they'll still go to the playoffs.
Right.
Is Kirk Cousins going to be really that game changer for the Minnesota Vikings this season?
No.
Why?
No, I think they had the formula when they had Case Keenum. I think they had the formula. The fact that you let all three of your quarterbacks go, and you don't have your offensive coordinator not there anymore. You know, it's going to change a whole bunch of stuff in Minnesota. I think they had the formula, and I don't think Kirk Cousins was that formula. I don't think he's going to be that
substitute.
They upgraded at quarterback. Yes, it'd be better. I don't like Case Keenum. he had a good season.
Yeah, that one good season.
That's all good. Yeah. Denver's about to find out real quick.
I know.
That's when that weather get cold out there.
Well,
noodle arm trying to throw football.
Well, Case Keenum was good for that.
Right.
For that formula. Now you're bringing in Kirk Cousins, who's a different type of quarterback.
I like Cousins though. I think he has weapons around him, and they get the running.
You think Washington should let him go?
Well, they paid him plenty of money, and they got tired of paying him.
Should he have stayed in Washington?
No, I think he's in a better situation.
So is Alex Smith a better quarterback for Washington?
No.
Who will be the first head coach to be fired this season? Substitute.
Hugh Jackson.
Might be Marvin Lewis. If Cincinnati gets off to a rough start.
16 years.
Yeah, I would say that.
If they come out and they're 1-6,
it's got to be done.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
No, I'll give you that one.
Oh, you changed your mind?
I'm changing my mind. I think they'll give Hugh Jackson one more full year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll go with you on that right there, Marvin Lewis.
Can John Gruden turn back the clock in Oakland, Benchwarmer?
No.
We've been saying a lot of no's.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, when they traded Khalil Mack, that changed the whole dynamic of the Raiders. It changed the whole dynamic because now, as a team player, you're having players coming out and saying, "I didn't that wow." I mean, it's like devastating, and it took the whole atmosphere of the Raiders down. It's going to take some time to get that atmosphere back, and I don't think John Gruden's not. I don't think he can be the same coach he was
when he was with Tampa
Bay. And to be quite honest, he ain't the one who got Tampa Bay their Super Bowl ring. It was Tony Dungy. So no, I don't.
Substitute.
When Jimmy got rid of Herschel Walker, everybody was kind of like, didn't think he should do that, blah, blah, blah. John Gruden's doing exactly what you should do. You go in here, you make a splash. I'm in charge here. Now everybody knows it. This man wanted too much money. We weren't winning with him. So why do I need to pay him $100 million if he wasn't helping me win? He was putting up good numbers for himself, but it wasn't leading to any wins.
Well, let me snap back at you. When they got rid of Herschel Walker, that's all the Cowboys had. They got rid of Herschel Walker and brought in 800 other draft picks.
They got a bunch for Khalil Mack.
How many?
They got two number ones, and got a couple of twos as well. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but now you got to figure out how you work that. Now
that's their problem now.
Yeah.
Now, turn it into something.
Yeah. Now, the Raiders had something before they got rid of Khalil Mack. It wasn't just him. I mean, remember the year before that they was playoffs. They was in the playoffs, and had the quarterback who's that Carr. Yeah. Had he not got hurt, Derek Carr, they would have gone further. So it's not like they didn't have anything when the Cowboys got rid of Herschel Walker. They had nothing. They had nothing to lose. Khalil Mack, now you got a little something to lose. So now you got to bank on what you're gonna do during the draft to see if we can get this back.
But Oakland regressed last season.
Yeah, they did
with Khalil Mack.
Yeah, they did. And that's why they went to go get John Gruden.
Right.
All right. If Andrew Luck can come back to pre-injury form, will they win the AFC North this season?
No. Need more than just Andrew Luck.
Okay.
Still weak defensively.
Yeah.
The offensive line is still weak though.
Yeah.
Other than T.Y. Hilton.
You need more than just Luck.
All right. Are the Philadelphia Eagles primed for a Super Bowl hangover?
Yes. Setback, hangover, absolutely.
Substitute?
I don't think it's a hangover. I just think the NFC East is better.
Mm-hmm. And Philadelphia caught lightning the ball on that last year too.
So.
For the Cleveland Browns, actually the AFC North's second best team this season.
Yes.
Think about who's in the AFC North first, and then decide if the Browns are the second best team in that division.
You got the Raiders, Steelers.
No, that's not the Raiders. That's
Bengals and
Pittsburgh,
Browns.
Bengals, Browns, and Ravens.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
There you go. Ravens,
Steelers, Bengals, and Browns.
Bengals and Browns. Now looking at their division, are the Cleveland Browns actually the AFC North's second best team? Looking at this,
so you're saying Steelers would be the first best?
Yep.
The
Browns,
and not the Ravens.
No.
Right.
Yeah, because they got RG. They got RG3. They're backup quarterback.
They put Lamar Jackson as a third string. So again, are the Cleveland Browns actually the AFC North's second best team after a 0-16 season 1 season ago?
I'm gonna give that to. I'm gonna stick with the Ravens. No.
Okay, you said
Cleveland.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Over the Bengals.
Yeah, over the Bengals.
The Bungles.
Yeah, the Bengals.
What's the reason for your answer?
Because Ravens hadn't shown me that they can't be the second best.
And what if they showed you
that they can be? I'm just looking at everybody else.
Is Jimmy Garoppolo really that good?
I think he's overrated.
Substitute. Is Jimmy Garoppolo really that good?
I don't really think he was that good. I think they won games, but if you look at his numbers, they weren't that impressive.
No, I think he's overrated.
And so,
but the 49ers started winning when he got there.
He brought a little more excitement, a little more late game heroics.
And once they look at film and tape, they're gonna break him down.
But to answer your question, I don't think he's overrated.
I
think he's as good.
All right, let's get to the juicy questions. Can the Dallas Cowboys compete without Dez Bryant and Jason Witt substitute?
Yes. Yeah.
I agree.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Okay. How will the tackle rule impact the NFL's product on the field this season? Benchwarmer.
It's gonna be a terrible product. Nobody's tackling.
How will the tackle rule impact the NFL's product on the field?
You're talking about the duck the head. It's going to be a terrible product. The NFL is gearing this thing up toward offense. So you're going to have a lot of missed tackles, and I think players are going to be gun shy or shy to lay a hit. So you're going to have some ticky tack. Let me see if I can flag football you down.
This is by far one of the worst rules they've ever implemented.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching the calls in the preseason, and I mean they're terrible calls. They're terrible calls. Everybody says, well, you have to fundamentally tackle. Well, I've seen the call get called where they led with their shoulder,
and you still call it.
And you're still calling that penalty. This is going to cost somebody a game, which may cost them the playoff. And
15 yards is 15 yards.
I think about what happened to Marquise Lee of the Jaguars.
Right. Yeah. And let that happen to Jerry. Let me tell you something.
It's just like the horse. It's like the horse collar rule.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to see Colin Kaepernick back in the NFL? Benchwarmer.
Purely on a let's talk about quarterback standpoint. I think he's been out of NFL too long. I don't think he can compete because the longer you're away from the game, the less you are able to compete within the game. This is based off of not based off of color, based off of him as him being out of the game for so long. I mean, we watched Michael Vick stay out for 2 years, and he was not the player he was when he was in the game. So you're talking about a better the product is not going to be as good as it was when you first were in the game. And when Colin Kaepernick was here, it wasn't all that spectacular either. It wasn't just to set the world on fire type of product. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a Vic type product. So you're bringing him back and he's not been in the game for 2 years. That means he's lost a lot of steps. So what are you bringing him back for? So
your answer is?
My answer is no. I don't think he should be back in the NFL.
So that's what you do.
Well, I think if a team is looking for a quarterback, you give him a tryout.
Yeah,
he's still fairly young. He comes in.
He's 30.
If he comes in and shows you he can still fling the football around and, has still some good velocity on those throws and he's fairly accurate, why not give him a shot?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to put it right there. I mean, if somebody wants to try him out, which I would.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I would say
we'll go from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say don't give him a shot or anything, but I mean, do you think it's going to be the same quarterback? He wasn't that great when he was.
No, but he's been humbled. So he may be willing to come back and really study and learn. It's not like they're going to be looking for him to start. So he'll be sitting behind somebody.
Behind Blake Bortles.
and then learning on the job again.
Okay, here's a better question. You want Paxton Lynch or Colin Kaepernick?
Colin Kaepernick. Good Lord. Paxton Lynch was a waste.
And just think we almost drafted him.
They tried. We almost drafted Paxton Lynch over Dak Prescott.
Right.
Oh, Connor Cook too.
Yeah, Connor Cook.
Yeah.
Yes, and he's been cut.
That's how you know who runs these Cowboys. It ain't Jerry Jones. We almost drafted Johnny Manziel.
Or Zach Martin.
Mm-hmm. That's how you know who runs these Cowboys. It's not Jerry Jones.
Good Lord was looking over us.
Oh, Paxton Lynch will have been a bust here.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Is that all you got?
Whew, let me get him. That's it.
All right.
21 questions.
All right. We wasn't able to get into the picks, but make sure you guys go online, pick your games. You got to pick them before Thursday.
Right.
Go online, pick your games. If you want to see the picks, you go to 41sportsnews.com, go to 41 polls. You see all of our picks. Next week, we will have the pick segment because we got to go over the games.
Final record will be by Thursday.
And then this Thursday, we'll be at the all-white party. Dante West is having his all-white party at the Park Place. What was it? The Park Place? Mercedes Park Place. That starts because we're watching the game. We're watching
from 6 to 11.
From 6 to 11, we'll be watching the Atlanta Falcons
at Philadelphia.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw my pick in. Atlanta will win that game.
I picked Atlanta to win that game as well.
Where is it at?
In Philadelphia with Nick Foles starting.
But Nick Foles is starting.
And Alshon Jeffrey not playing the first 2 weeks due to his shoulder.
Right.
On top of that.
Yeah, and it sure looks like an easy Atlanta win, doesn't it? That's why I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Okay. All right. So you've been listening to 41 Sports Talk Radio, 4radionetwork.com here at the Brick House Lounge. We'll be here again next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks, security. Security, thank you. Okay. Thanks to the substitute.
Yes, sir.
By the way, congratulations to the Washington Mystics who have advanced to the WNBA Finals by defeating the Atlanta Dream tonight, and congrats also goes to Aerial Powers.
Yay!
I got concerned.
Good move.
Thanks a lot, Professor.
All
Thanks to our special guest, Eric McCoy, and then
thanks to Brick House Lounge.
Ray's always
popped up.
Yeah, Ray's always welcome. Again, come visit us next week here at the Brick House Lounge.
Thanks to Brick House Lounge.
And I said, thanks to Brick House Lounge for having us. We'll be back again next week. Come visit us. Come out. We'd like to come out and
2525 East Arkansas Lane,
yes.
Arlington, Texas 76010.
We have lots of room. Come out and join us.
The place is really nice.
It's very nice.
Thanks, Daryl, for having us at your spot here. All right. This has been 41 Sports Talk Radio, 4radionetwork.com.
So we can have an in-studio audience.
Yeah, in-studio audience. Make sure you come out and
plenty of room.
Give a professor as much hard time as you need to.
I'll give Benchwarmer a hard time.
Benchwarmer last 5 freaking years.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Let's go.
What in the world?
I like this spot here. I like this spot.
Yeah.
I like it.
You know what, man? Been sitting so long, I might stand up. Everything.
I can't hear the music.